False allegations made against employees in the workplace can have serious consequences for the accused individual and indeed the wider workplace. But these consequences often do not stay in the workplace. They can also severely affect the individual's personal or home life. These allegations can include things like harassment, discrimination, and misconduct too. Now, the UK has laws to protect employees from false allegations, including the Employment Rights Act 1996 and the Protection from Harassment Act 1997 too. And these laws prohibit employers from allowing false allegations to be made against an employee and require employers to take steps to prevent this from happening too. When an employee makes a false allegation against a colleague, the employer has a legal duty to investigate that matter promptly, fairly, and confidentially as well. This includes taking all necessary steps to gather evidence, interview all the relevant parties, and take appropriate action too, and in particular where the allegations are found to be false. That kind of appropriate action can be things like disciplinary action, whether that's terminating the employment, or a final written warning, or some other kind of disciplinary action too. Interestingly enough, statistically speaking, more men than women are falsely accused of sexual harassment or discrimination in the workplace. But equally, that doesn't mean that something adverse needs to be inferred every time an allegation of sexual harassment is raised. Employees who are falsely accused of harassment or discrimination have the right to be protected against retaliation from their employer or indeed their colleagues. However, if an employee is found to have made a false allegation, the employer, as I've highlighted earlier, needs to ensure that it takes appropriate disciplinary action. It's really important for employers to create a culture where employees feel comfortable reporting any incidents of sexual harassment or discrimination, but certainly creating an environment where employees feel comfortable too of reporting or highlighting any incidences of false allegations. And it's really important that employers too can have visible but also freely accessible and easy to follow policies and procedures by way of policies too. Employees who are found to have been falsely accused of harassment should take legal advice if they find that they have been disciplined or sanctioned in some way or fallen foul of some kind of process by the employer in this regard too. If you do find yourself in this kind of context, do feel free to get in touch. Indeed, even if it's you or someone you may know who might need advice following some kind of false allegation of sexual harassment or discrimination in the workplace.